Good day, everyone. Today I'll be discussing the one out of seven articles, which is freedom from slavery. What is freedom slavery? Are two opposing conditions that define the difference between living with human rights and living under complete control by others. So, freedom means the right to live without control, fear, or punishment from others. It is ability to make your own choices, to speak, work, move, and think as you wish. Freedom is about dignity, equality, and self-determination. A free person can decide what to do with their life, take responsibility for their actions, and be recognized as a human being with rights. Slavery, on the other hand, is the complete loss of freedom. It means being owned, controlled, and used by another person without rights or consent. Enslaved people were forced to work, beaten, sold, and treated as property rather than human beings. They had no control over their lives, no right to family, education, race, or safety. And now, and now let's talk about the historical that violated in this article. So, the story of Gordon, also known as Wee Peter, is one of the most powerful and historical significant accounts from the era of American slavery and the Civil War. Based on true events, the film tells us a harrowing yet inspiring journey of Peter, a slave man who risked everything to escape from the brutal conditions of a Louisiana plantation in the 1860s. History is just not just about survival, it's about the courage to reclaim his humanity in a world built to strip it away. After enduring years of violence and humiliation under slavery, Peter made a daring escape, traveling for miles through dangerous swamps filled with snakes, insects, and Confederate patrols. He was driven by the hope of reaching freedom and reuniting with his family. His journey was a fight not only against physical exhaustion and hunger, but also against the fear of being captured and punished again. When Peter finally reached a Union camp in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he was weak, severely injured, and near death. Union soldiers and medical officers examined him and were horrified by what they saw. His back was covered with deep necrosis scars from countless whippings he had endured while enslaved. A photographer embedded with the Union Army took several images of Peter during his examinations in 1863, including the now famous photograph of his back, which became known as the Scourge back. The image showed the imaginable brutality of slavery in undeniable detail. Shortly after, the photograph was published in Harper's Weekly, one of the most widely read magazines of the time. It spread across the United States and beyond, shocking the public and serving as one of the first pieces of photographic evidence to expose the true horrors of slavery. Before this photograph, many people in the North and in Europe doubt the worst claims about slavery, dismissing the dismissing them as exaggerations made by abolitionists. However, Peter's image made denial possible. It revealed the physical reality of slavery, cruelty, and gave abolitionists a powerful tool to rally support for the Union cause and the abolition of slavery. The image became a form of protest and proof, changing the hearts and minds of many who had been indifferent or skeptical. And now, and now I show you a short video in this article, in this story of Gordon, also known as Weeper.
Are you fighters or are you runners? You know what I see here? Disobedience. I fight them. They beat me, they whip me, they string me up, they sell me, they throw me down a well, they pull me out and beat me again, and I fight them again. They cut me, they burn my neck, they burn my feet, they break the bones in my body more times than I can count. But they never break me. Captain.
And that's all. Thank you.